there guys, and welcome to another Factorio Mod Spotlight. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. Today we are covering the Worm Attack mod. Now this one is it's pretty interesting. So if you're not a fan of combat, you probably won't be a fan of this, but if you want a little more difficulty with combat and a little more variety, then this is definitely worth checking out. So what this does is this adds two new types of worms. It adds in the behemoth worm as well as the colossal worm. Now these are pretty beefy. You can see here, if we look at a big worm, it has 750 max HP, and you can look at its range and damage down there. The behemoth worm has 3,500, a little more range, but 3 times the damage. And then the colossal worm has 7,500 health, even more range, and like 5 times the damage as the big worm. And on top of that, the main thing of this mod is that these worms will actually burrow towards your base slowly and come up and attack you. So it's kind of hard to demonstrate, you know, because I don't know exactly how long it takes. I know that they will head for pollution buildings just like normal enemies will. So basically, starting from evolution factor 75%, the big behemoth and colossal worms gain the ability to dig underground and slowly tunnel towards your base. They're attracted to the highest pollution area. When they find you or your structures, they will surface beneath them, destroying them from below before surfacing to spit acid splashes at nearby targets. So basically, this makes your turtling not quite as effective. Now, there is a research or a thing you can get here, this orbital seismic scanner. And this thing allows you to detect worms moving underground, which is really good. So satellites, so if you've already launched rockets, which you obviously would have because you have space science, satellites can detect worms moving underground. So this can give you a little notice, but you still have to have a way to deal with it. Now, the other thing with this mod is placing concrete and stuff like stone brick concrete or refined concrete actually really deters them from burrowing wherever there is that walking floor. So the faster the walking speed, the more deterrent it is for them. So like, refined concrete would be the best, obviously. If you place that, it'll highly, make them not want to burrow there. Now let's go take a look at them. I've placed a couple down because I didn't want to wait for them to evolve. They do need to be in pollution to actually evolve past the big worms, I believe, is how I understood it from the mod portal. So I've placed these down with the creative mode and set them to enemy force. These things are beefy. I'm going to stick some shields in here because this may end up like one-hitting me. I'm not entirely sure. It's a lot of damage, man. It's a lot of damage. Okay, so if we go check out this guy, here's the behemoth worm. He's pretty big. He has horrible aim. And actually, I think he just has like a set range is what this looks like. He's like spitting over here. So actually, these things may not hit you if you're just walking by because they seem to have a set range over here. Yeah, they're just like way overshooting me, which is interesting. Now they will wreck. So I place these a little closer to my base accidentally, and these things will wreck your structures. Let me tell you. Like if we stick this guy here and I set him to enemy force, you can see how much damage this does to my stuff. If we just like place some walls here. So he's trying to shoot me, but he's really bad at it. So you can see he like one-shots these walls pretty much. Okay, so now he's hitting me. That one hit me. He's really inaccurate, but that took down like half my shields, and I have a lot of shields. I have 400 shields. That's actually so these things, they're very inaccurate, so you can kind of outplay them, but like this would make it really, really difficult to deal with them. So if you want some additional stuff with combat, then definitely check this out. I think it would make some interesting variety having these things tunnel under your base and come attack you and make your turtling. You'd have to be a bit more creative with it for sure. But I think that's going to do it, guys. As always, thank you for watching. If you're interested, definitely check it out. Link below to the mod portal page where you can find it. And if you have any questions or anything, leave them below. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.